Hey there, and welcome to the latest episode of the Mind Body Health Podcast with myself, Dave Sheahan, high performance consultant, and dedicated over 25 years now to educating, motivating, and inspiring people just like you to regain control of the mind body health area of their life, and also to become the best you that you can be, to truly experience the life experience that you had envisioned, that you want, that you can have, but you must take action to get it. It's up to you. It's a choice. It's important to take personal responsibility and no excuses. And on this podcast, I aim to educate you and give you all the tools that you need to experience this life experience that you want to have. And I aim to wipe out all excuses that there are, because there are no excuses. There are no valid excuses. Over the last 13 months or so, health has been of a primary concern for so many people, but health in terms of from a fear base, in terms of fear of dying as opposed to living life. And, you know, what's been annoying for me looking on is that there has been much broadcasting or educating or, messaging about immune system, antioxidants, how we can take personal responsibility, how each person should be taking personal responsibility for their health and well-being. Because the bottom line is, it is a choice. Everything you do in life is a choice, and your level of health is a choice. Your ability to prevent diseases is a choice. Your ability to recover from diseases is a choice. Same as colds, viruses, everything that happens. Now, that doesn't mean that you always will, but your ability to will be increased if you're taking personal responsibility for your health and well-being. And the bottom line is, your immune system is your personal army. And on this particular episode, I'm going to share with you some valuable tips to boost your immune system. And simple tips, simple ones to do if you want to do it. But the bottom line is, you have to start taking personal responsibility for your health and well-being. And you have to start facing the fact that it is a choice, and you have to stop validating reasons in your head for why you might have poor health and why you might have a weak immune system, because they're just excuses. That's all they are. We all can have very strong immune systems. Of course, there's a couple of people, minority of people who've autoimmune diseases and, compromised immunity, but that's a minority. Vast majority of people, if which is you most likely, you have control, but you have to live a certain way. Your lifestyle will ultimately determine how you will feel, how you will look, the level of energy you will have, level of vitality you have in your life, the quality of the life you will have, your ability to prevent diseases and ailments and illnesses and viruses, your ability to recover should you get any illnesses or diseases or viruses, and just ultimately the quality that you have in your life, your brain function, everything. Your choices will determine your immune system. The bottom line is, your immune system is your personal army, okay? It is a defender of your body. It's a defender against all the bad guys that are out there there's millions and millions and millions of viruses that are out there trying to attack your body, trying to get in and make you sick, okay? Our focus should be on preventing sickness, not on treating sickness. But we live in a world where medical and pharmaceutical and general industries, in terms of food, supplements, everything, are not designed for creating healthy people, not designed for creating healthy populations. They're designed for creating sick populations and maintaining sick populations. Now, this is no conspiracy theory. This is just fact. If you just literally think about it, think about the food industry and most of the food is promoted all the time. Think about the way the tobacco industry was for many, many decades, up to only recently. Think about the supplement industry and what's truly in the vast majority of products. Think of the pharmaceutical and medical industry and what happens anytime you go to a doctor, or vast majority of times you go to a doctor. Think of most people who go and trust the medical industry and, they literally become just a conveyor belt to the pharmaceutical industry and might get to 40, 50, 60 tablets a day. All kinds of diseases and ailments. What about when people get diseases? Do we look at the cause of it? Do we ever look and say, here, why did this guy get a heart attack? Why is that person got diabetes? Why is this person got cancer? No, we don't. We immediately treat them. And treat them and focus on maintaining them alive. How about preventing and getting rid of the damn thing? Why aren't we focused on preventing illness and disease from a very young age? Because again, they're lifestyle diseases. These are lifestyle diseases. And your immune system can only do so much. If you've got a weak immune system, you're dramatically increasing your chances of getting sick. So why are we not focusing on it? The world at large, in terms of governments and everything, there's very little focus ever. There's very little mention of immune system. There's very little mention of tips and strategies of how to live a healthy lifestyle. Why is that? Is there any money in healthy people? No, there isn't. There's no money in healthy people. Like for me, I have been useless to all the major industries. I haven't generated 1 cent for them, not 1 cent in many, many, many years. What good am I to them? Whereas if I'm an unhealthy person who lives off fast food and alcohol and cigarettes and drugs and junk food, and I don't exercise and I get unhealthy and I get illness after illness and I get diseases, I'm a cash cow. I'm a cash cow. So the world has become a place where more and more cash cows are being generated. And a big problem is, of course, there's industries and there's lack of education. But at the same time, it's about thinking. If you just use your brain, it's not very complicated. The stuff I say to people in general is not very complicated, but you have to be willing to question. You have to be willing to think and have some bit of critical thinking. And just look at the very basics. Your immune system is your army. Antioxidants are basically the soldiers. How much antioxidants do you consume in a day? Like in terms of boosting your immune system, that's the easiest way. Increase your antioxidants. Now, where do you get antioxidants if you have no idea? Fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables need to be the foundation of your nutrition plan. Not fats, not protein, not carbohydrates, not all these things that we hear about all the time. They're not the most important. What's most important is vitamins and minerals, antioxidants, which you get from fruits and vegetables. Okay? These are the foods you need to consume. And that's why I'm very big on promoting use of smoothies and over juices. Juices, the fiber is taken out. So that's what keeps the sugar from really shooting in suddenly into the system and causing major insulin spikes, which isn't good for many reasons. However, if someone's very, very ill, I recommend that they would use juices, because the goal there is purely just to get the nutrition into the body. Whereas in general health, you want to get good nutrients into the body and use fiber to slow it down. So smoothies are a powerful way to get antioxidants. Every day, practically every day, I have 16 ingredient smoothie. 16 ingredients, each of which is loaded with antioxidants and valuable minerals and vitamins. Every one of them. And then the fiber too. That is a power pack. That is a health cocktail, basically. That is nature's medicine. So one of the biggest tips I'll give you for boosting your immune system is have smoothies. Have a smoothie every day. You don't have to have 16 ingredient smoothie every day. You know, I'm just telling you what I do. If you've never had a smoothie, start off with even 2 or 3 things, just bananas, strawberries, bit of dairy-free milk, something like that, and add to it. Okay? But smoothies are a way to go to get a huge amount of antioxidants into your body. And when you're feeling a little bit ill or you get ill, up it, have more smoothies. If you get ill, I would say only have smoothies, because remember, when you're just trying to prevent, okay, you're trying to keep your immune system at a certain level. If you get ill, it means that the immune system wasn't strong enough to counteract whatever attacked your body. So the attacker, the enemy, got in, right? Now, how do you ever win a war? You call in reinforcements. So again, it's typically a numbers game. So call in the reinforcements and then overpower that enemy and get them out. So up the antioxidants. So instead of having 1 smoothie a day, have 2 or 3. Okay. Green tea, also wonderful for antioxidants. Again, have green tea. Like a couple of years ago, I got shingles. Okay. And I had to keep going and working and stuff because I wasn't in a position where I could just take time out to recover. And typically you go pharmaceutical route and get all kinds of medications and creams and all kinds of things, and you can be left with permanent nerve damage. So this is what I was told I need to do. I said, no, I'm going to use myself as a guinea pig. And what I did is I had 3-4 smoothies a day with 15, 16 ingredients. I had 20 cups of green tea, and I had 6-7 liters of water a day, alkaline ionized water, to flush my system, to detox, get the bad stuff out, and to blast my body with antioxidants through the water, through the green tea, and through the smoothies. That's all my body was getting. Protein, carbs, fats were not a concern. I was trying to really reinforce my immune system, call in the reinforcements, and blast my body and heal it and beat the enemy. Within 2, 3, 4, 5 days, the shingles started to kind of recede a little bit instead of spread, which typically happens. And after 2 weeks, it was gone. I had a little bit of nerve damage. I had it for about 6 months and it was gone. Now, that was in the middle of an incredibly intense, stressful time in my life. And also, I wasn't able to take time out. Now, the typical conventional way would be you take weeks and weeks off and do nothing but take the medication. I wasn't in a position to do that. Yet on a natural way, by again, just using basic common sense. Your immune system is your army. It's under attack. It's being beaten. Increase it. Increase the number of soldiers. Bring in the reinforcements. And eventually my army overpowered what was attacking it. And the same happens if I can't remember last time I had a cold, but it could be 20 years ago. But with clients or anyone I know, I get them to up their antioxidant intake, which through smoothies predominantly is always the best way. Or again, through salads and stir fries and just eating lots of veg and fruit and stuff like that. Just smoothies are a quick way of getting it. And green tea and any kind of herbal teas that are, again, natural, and water. That's how you do it. That's how you'll increase your immune system in terms of the antioxidants at the biggest level, okay? I can't stress enough to you. It's as simple as that. You become near impregnable. Now, it doesn't mean you're totally impregnable, because you never know. And there's so many different factors at play here in terms of you getting ill that you may not be ticking some of the boxes you think you are. But you're in total control of your nutrition. Total control. You decide what goes into that mouth, and that then feeds the brain and the body. You decide what liquids you consume. So again, like coffee and teas and alcohol and soft drinks, all of them are not good. All of them are doing bad. Drink proper water. Proper water, ideally alkaline ionized water, like I do, like I have a filter in my house. So they are major ways of boosting your immune system. They're the most important for both prevention and treatment. What other ways? Exercise. Exercise is super important. You need to move. We're designed to move. When you exercise, you actually, strengthen your immune system. Okay? So exercise is hugely important. You should be exercising daily. There's so many different benefits to exercise. It's unbelievable. Like, it's crazy that people have to be so encouraged to do it. And most people are only exercising because they want to look good. It's about their body. It's about the level of fat in their body. It's about being able to wear a bikini or a pair of shorts, or for a wedding or a holiday. But forget that. How about your general health? What about longevity? What about having energy, vitality, quality of life, maintaining independence, all that kind of stuff? So it's really important for you to exercise on a daily basis. Exercising intensively, ideally 3 to 6 days a week, including resistance training and some type of cardio hit. And every day keep it some way active in terms of just moving, active rest type things, walking, cycling, swimming, light exercise that may not be very intense for you, but at least it's doing something. So that's super important. Getting fresh air, great for immune system. Getting vitamin D. Every time it's sunny, get out there. Every time it's sunny. Like today, for instance, is a beautiful day. 2 days ago was a beautiful day as well. I was out in it as much as I possibly could, because all that vitamin D is great for immune system. You need to get as much vitamin D into you as you can, all that sunlight. Look what the sun does to the plants. And then we eat the plants. We're getting all that energy from the plants. This is why, like, nature provides everything we need. That's why if you consume a plant-based diet and consume a lot of it, and like I said, a high quantity of antioxidant-rich foods, you're getting that energy that's from the food, which has come from the sun. But you can also, again, be like the plant, take in the vitamin D, being out in it. Get out in as much as you can. Get the fresh air. Get the sunshine. Get outside. It's good for your mind as well. Stress is a huge factor in suppressing your immune system. It's like whenever I have got sick, the rare time, last 10, 20 years, it's usually been during an intense period of stress, where my food and all that kind of side of things has been great, but the stress has just got to such a high level that it became stronger than my immune system and overpowered it. But then I attacked back with nutrition. Does that make sense? Like, I try to simplify things as much as I can, because things are actually quite simple, and it gets overcomplicated with scientific jargon that supposed experts try to blast people with just for their own egos to make themselves feel better. I always try to make things simple because I want you to actually understand it. And if the penny drops and you understand what you should do and why you should do it, you're going to do it more often than not. Does that make sense? So get out in fresh air, get out in the sunshine. What else was I saying there? The vitamin D, the nutrition, hydration, stress, work on controlling your stress. Stress is a part of life, but how you react, it's massively important. Most people just get more stressed and more stressed and more stressed. That does not help. So you need to make sure that you're working on, your ability to react better when stress hits, because stress will hit. That's just life. That's just how life is. So you need to react better when stress hits. That's very important. Okay. Managing your lifestyle, of course, very important. Sleep, super important. Like, if you're getting very low quantity sleep and very low quality sleep and you're sleep deprived, you're releasing all the wrong hormones, releasing too much cortisol. That'll all lower your immune system. Okay. So you need to make sure, again, you're doing pre-sleep routines. I have podcasts on that and lots of posts and stuff out across social media. Make sure that you're getting good pre-sleep routine to release melatonin, so you get to fall asleep properly, that we're going to a proper sleep cycle. We're going to deep sleep, and you'll do a couple of cycles a night. Make sure you're getting enough. Typically a cycle's an hour 15 to an hour 45. Aim to get at least 3 or 4 of those, or 5 if you can. You're talking 7, 8, 9 hours sleep a night, different for everybody. But the quality is what's important, not the quantity. You could get 3 or 4 hours sleep and be far better off than somebody gets 8 or 9, if it's quality. But if you're getting poor sleep, that has a huge impact on your immune system. So do you understand now why maybe you have a weak immune system? Do you understand now why maybe you get regular colds and flus and viruses? Do you understand now maybe why, people get diseases? Look at their lifestyles. Look at the way most people live. Look at the food they're consuming. Look at all the crap and the sugar and the fats and the processed foods and the fake foods that people are consuming. All the disgusting stuff they put into their bodies, all the Coke and the soft drinks and the coffees and teas, alcohol put into the body, the lack of exercise, the lack of sunlight, sitting around all day, poor sleep habits, constant radiation in terms of phones, TVs, laptops, iPads, all these kind of things. Your exposure to all these devices isn't good either. That's suppressing your immune system. So the thing is, there's a huge list. I've just named some of the more prominent ones, but there's lots more even. But the thing is, you've got this list, and it's about ticking the boxes in the right way. Okay, tick the right boxes that will improve your immune system. Stop ticking the boxes that will decrease your immune system. Okay, and as I said, I've outlined a certain number of them there. There is more, but I don't want to bombard you either, because if you even just do some of what I just said, I can guarantee you your immune system is going to increase. Okay, and just remember the very simplified explanation I'm giving you. Your immune system is your personal army. It is there to defend your body against all intruders and enemies. It will do that if you keep it strong, keep it reinforced, get those antioxidants in your body every single day, and keep doing the activities that increase your immune system and limit the activities that suppress your immune system. Now, if something ever gets in that makes you ill, gives you a cold, gives you a flu, gives you a virus, gives you some form of disease, up the army, call in the reinforcements, get that enemy out, get the intruder out, blast it out of there, up the antioxidants. It is truly that simple. I just told you the example of myself with shingles. That proved it. I've proved it with so many people over the years, so many clients all over the world, every kind of walk of life, every type of demographic. So this isn't about just a certain type of genetic person. This works for anybody. Of course, it's going to be slightly varying degrees, but some people might need a little bit more antioxidants than others. That's fine. But in general, the same principle works. Let's start focusing on health. Let's start focusing on prevention. Let's start focusing on taking personal responsibility for our own lives and our own health and well-being, because this is the thing that has changed over the last couple of decades. People do not take personal responsibility, and people like to play the blame game. People like to play the poor me game. People like to make excuses. There are none. It's a choice. Every single decision you make in life is a choice. Everything you put in your mouth is a choice. Every drink you put in your mouth is a choice. What you feed your brain is a choice. Whether you stay up late or not is a choice. What time you get up in the morning is a choice. What you do when you get up is a choice. What exposure you have to radiation is a choice. All these things are a choice. And there's certain situations where you maybe don't have a choice and you can't control it, but you can choose how you react to it, how you counteract it. So there's always a choice. Okay, always a choice. So there's some tips to boost your immune system. It is so important. Like I said, it's your personal army. Make sure you take care of it. Make sure you become as near impregnable as you can. And I can guarantee you'll be super energized. Your brain will function the way it's designed to do. You'll be quite lean. You'll be strong. You'll be fit. You will live a long, healthy, vibrant life. You'll be energized. You will feel good all the time. You are seriously decreasing your chances of contracting any form of disease. And even if you did get one, you will recover much, much faster, or have better chances of recovery, depending on what it is. And for minor things like, little viruses and colds and that, you can wipe them out in a day or two if you get them early enough with the strategies I've shared with you. So I hope that has helped you. As I said, simple tips, boosting your immune system. So this is Dave Sheahan here on the latest episode of the Mind Body Health Podcast. Make sure you let us know what you thought of the episode. Share it out there. Give us a rating and review. We'd really appreciate it, because it helps us to feedback and helps to get exposure as well. But please share this out there. Tell other people about it. And if you have missed any episodes of all the ones we've done so far, make sure you check them out. All right. Signing off. Dave Sheahan here. Start taking personal responsibility for your health and well-being, because it's a choice and there are no excuses.